Yeah, I know today I'm not providing leadership, Chair. I'm tired of leading this committee. Yeah, no, look, Chair, I think I find it very amusing that we are getting a report on the almost collapse or systematic collapse of the South African Airways. And we are actually burying the person who was responsible for that this week. So if it was possible, I was going to propose that this report must be flighted there in his funeral, because this is his legacy. This is how we're going to remember him as a country, as a man who was at the center of collapsing SAA. You know, Chair, I was, maybe as a question to the team when they respond, because I'm interested in the audit outcome of the entity for the year 2016-2017. Because you start us off here on 2017-2018, and then you say it's a regression. So that's where the problem starts. And if we look at history, Pravin Gordhan comes into SAA in February 2018, being deployed by Cyril Ramaphosa. So, you know, the plan to collapse the entity had started that time, because if you look at here, you guys tell us that at that financial year, there was not the audit was not completed. So the audit was not concluded in his arrival. So he just arrives, and then you guys can't conclude the audit for the entity. And then immediately the next year, you guys are removed from doing the audit, so the audit is halted, and then the entity goes to business risk. So I'm giving that history so that we are able to understand that this was a systematic way to collapse this entity. And we need to have that understanding so that we know that it was deliberate. SAA was not inherently like this. So now maybe as a direct question, Chair, or maybe a last one. Look at also the table on slide 21 in terms of the fruitless and wasteful expenditure. How that thing just balloons. I mean, it's ridiculous, Chair, that 2017, 2018, you are sitting at 24 million in fruitless and wasteful expenditure. 4 years later, you are at 207. It's ridiculous. So, they wanted to sell SAA. And, okay, a direct question. We know in 2022 that we read in the news that the entity was being sold for 51 rand. I didn't see that here in the report. What was the logic around that? And what was happening at that time? And also the status of the board. I don't know if this is within your jurisdiction, but you did highlight that there are certain vacancies. How many vacancies are there? How many interim people are serving there? Because when the minister comes, it's one of the things that I think, Chair, we need to address with him. So say, let him go and fill up the vacancies at SAA. He must appoint permanent people. And we must get rid of anything there that smells like Pravin Gordhan. So I don't know if Derek Hennekom is still there. He's one of the people we must start by removing so that we can revive this entity. And then lastly, Chair, I heard now that Mango is, there's no prospect of reviving Mango at all. I think that's what you started with. And Mango, you know, was that type of airline that really gave the ability for our people to be able to fly, because flights are very expensive. And Mango was somehow that airline that actually gave an opportunity for our people to actually afford affordable flights. So really, what has been the impact of that, especially looking that now that flights are expensive and all of that, and then what is then the proposal, or what then should happen since we can't revive Mango? Is there anything that we are then proposing that is alternative to that, or we're just saying it's a lost cause? We can't do anything surrounding that. I think I'll end there, Chair, and then if we are able to get a second bite, I'll come back. Thank you.
Honourable Atkinson.
Thanks very much.